Hello, friends. This is Professor Googlov. Today's video will be a little unusual, but I'm sure you will like it. So, get comfortable and let's go. A couple from Nigeria. This is an unusual-looking couple from Nigeria. As you can see, the girl barely reaches the guy's waist. Although she wears heels, the girl looks like a teenager next to the guy. Yakubu is a famous athlete in Nigeria, and for this reason, he wanted to keep his relationship private to protect his wife from the attention of the paparazzi. But he failed. The photo of the couple was tweeted. Now the couple is in the center of public attention, primarily because of their age difference. There were even jokers who called their relationship a long-distance relationship, because the girl is much shorter than her husband. A couple whose meeting was predicted in the book. On page 74 of his book Life is What You Make It, Philip Elling writes that one day he will meet someone who will love him. The 32-year-old writer turned out to be right. His life has not been easy. Born in Australia, Philip was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy. As the disease progressed, he became weaker and weaker and lost muscle mass. At the age of 5, Philip had to use a wheelchair. And in 2010, he wrote a book. In 2017, the man's life changed dramatically when Susan Jogu walked into his office where Philip worked and then into his life. Born in Nigeria, Susan moved to Australia 2 years ago after completing her degree to work with people with disabilities. That's how she ended up in the company where Philip worked. It was love at first sight. They went on a huge number of dates and visited not a few cafes, met their parents, and after 6 incredible months got engaged. On January 27, 2018, the couple got married in the garden. Detractors accuse the woman of being interested only in Philip's money, but she does not pay any attention to their words. One of the fattest women in the world and her husband. Pauline is one of the fattest women in the world. She needed help getting dressed, showering and going out. Now her son Dylan, who is over 20 years old, is helping her. He has become Pauline's legal guardian and has taken over all her care. But one should not think that personal happiness has passed by. Pauline has a loving husband Alex, who weighs only 63 kilograms. Although there was a divorce in the history of their life, now everything is getting better again. The couple met in 2002 by chance. The woman had the wrong email address. A correspondence ensued. Pauline experienced many difficult moments after she sent Alex her photo. She was afraid that the sight of a 200-kilogram woman will scare him away. But her worries were in vain. A few hours later she received a reply with a declaration of love. A woman recently lost more than half of her weight through surgery. Now she can cook and do household chores on her own. Now Pauline has to restructure her diet to become healthier. The twins married the same man. Africa is famous for its unusual rituals and unconventional approach to ordinary things. Especially when it comes to the creation of a cell of society, here the inhabitants of the Black Continent make truly unusual choices. Thus, a Nigerian Nelson Obadan published in his Twitter record from the wedding. Everything would be nothing, but the man married 2 girls at once, and moreover, twin sisters. The published photos and videos show the newlyweds in the same crimson-colored outfits, and one of the girls is obviously pregnant. In any case, this did not prevent the mom to be from dancing while being pelted with money bills, a local custom. A Japanese man married a hologram. Akihiko Kondo has finally fulfilled his long-held dream and tied himself in marriage to famous virtual singer Hatsune Miku. 40 guests attended the ceremony, but no relatives were among them. "For my mom, it's no reason to celebrate," said Akihiko Kondo. The bride herself, for obvious reasons, could not attend the celebration either. So she had to be replaced by a plush toy. Meanwhile, the newlywed lives in a special projection device costing $2,800. There's no talk of Hatsune being monogamous. The host company has already issued 3,700 marriage certificates in her name. Despite this, Kondo still has no intention of marrying a real woman. Two-dimensional characters don't change, age, or die. Real women, alas, do not possess these qualities, says Akihiko. A couple 30 years apart. Meet Stacy, she's 40, and Tom, he's 72, Crashfield. They were married in their hometown of Homestead. Tom owns a reptile farm. When Stacy's lizard needed help in 2010, she messaged the man on Facebook and soon arrived at his farm. Although Tom initially thought Stacy was too young for him, their friendship gradually developed into a romantic relationship. And then the couple realized they loved each other. They got married in 2018. At first, Stacy's parents weren't thrilled that her father was only 5 years older than Tom. But when they got to know the man better, they realized that age doesn't matter for love and that their beloved daughter is happy with him. But it's not obvious to others, and when the couple is out in public, it attracts a lot of attention. Tom and Stacy once had a funny incident. They went to a restaurant and an old lady spoke to the man, calling Stacy her sweet granddaughter. Just a regular guy and a hot cover girl. In life, there are cases when not the most beautiful people fall in love and successfully achieve reciprocity. There are even whole courses on the techniques of seducing women. On the face of it, Darren Donahue does not seem to be a man who is lucky in relationships with beautiful girls. He is far from the most attractive man in the world. That is why many people are perplexed how he manages to build a strong relationship with a beautiful girl. His favorite woman works as a hairdresser, and she has a lot of admirers. Every day they come from all over to get their hair cut. The man has always been a realist, so he never expected that he could conquer such a beauty. Nevertheless, in 2014, they got married. The spouses have a son, Jackson. Fortunately, outwardly he looks much more attractive than his father. A model from Nigeria and a photographer from Russia. Dmitry and Ruth are a beautiful interethnic couple. They met in St. Petersburg, but live in the cold northern city of Yakutsk. The African beauty has gotten used to the searing cold for the sake of her lover and has even learned to raise chickens. This couple really attracts a lot of attention on the streets of Yakutsk. After all, there are hardly any Africans in this town. It is difficult for people of southern blood to live in the north, where in winter the thermometer drops to 50. And in summer it barely exceeds +20. But you can't do anything for love. Ruth has long since settled in Russia. But in her native Nigeria, where she came from, she can no longer stand the hellish heat. 3 years ago, Dmitry decided to take a serious step. He proposed marriage to his beloved. Ruth said yes. The couple formalized their relationship in Yakutsk, where the girl moved after her beloved. In this northern city, people in general treat the African woman kindly, and often shout after her, Naomi Campbell. The girl, of course, cannot help but be pleased with the comparison with a famous successful model. Dmitry's parents, of course, were shocked at first that a Nigerian woman was now their relative. But now they have gotten used to the African beauty and treat her as their own. Ruth and Dmitry have been together for 2 years and look very happy. They have several joint business projects in Yakutsk. The boyfriend continues to be interested in photography, and Ruth still works as a model. Well, as I promised, the video was interesting. So, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.